Independence isn't the problem, hyper independence is. Welcome to day 47, everybody. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today I'm reacting to what I see all over the internet, these viral clips about the independent woman era that have been circulating online. I'm telling you, I see so many of these, and as a psychologist who works with women, I see how these messages affect real relationships and real lives. And while I absolutely support women's right to their own autonomy and agency, I think we need to have a nuanced conversation about what healthy independence actually looks like. Because there's a difference between being independent and being so hyper independent that you can't receive love, support, or partnership. And sometimes you come off as icy cold. Today, we're separating empowerment from isolation, strength from armor, and independence from the fear of needing anyone. Let's start by defining what healthy independence actually is. I like to call it agency or autonomy because I think the message has gotten distorted. True independence means having your own identity, goals, and interests, being financially capable of supporting yourself, making your own decisions about your life, not depending on others solely for your self worth or happiness, having the skills to navigate life's challenges, choosing relationships from desire, not desperation. True independence does not mean never needing help from anyone, refusing support when it's offered, being unable to be vulnerable or interdependent, viewing relationships as weakness, doing everything alone to prove your strength, rejecting traditional feminine desires like being cared for. The key distinction is that independence is about having the capacity to take care of yourself. Hyper independence is about feeling you must take care of yourself and can never rely on anyone else. One comes from strength and choice, the other comes from fear and, yes, trauma. I can't tell you how many clips I've seen that celebrate women who don't need anyone, who can do everything by themselves, who never ask for help. In fact, there's videos telling women to never have kids, never be in relationship. I mean, it's really wild. And while I understand the empowerment behind some of these messages, I also see how they become armor that keeps women isolated. Independence becomes armor when it's rooted in fear rather than a true desire and choice. You're not choosing to be independent. You're afraid to depend on anyone because you've been hurt before. It prevents genuine intimacy. You can't let anyone truly see you, support you, or care for you because that feels just too vulnerable. It becomes your entire identity, Miss Independent. You define yourself by what you can do alone rather than who you are in relationship to others. It rejects natural human needs. You deny that you have needs for connection, support, and care because those needs feel dangerous. It also creates exhaustion. You're carrying burdens that could be shared because you believe asking for help is weakness. The problem with armored independence is that it protects you from potential hurt, but it also protects you from love, support, and genuine connection. I see this in my practice constantly. Women who are incredibly successful, capable, and independent, but who feel lonely, exhausted, and disconnected from others. They become so good at not needing anyone that they've forgotten how to let anyone care for them. Here's what some of these independent women messages miss. Healthy partnership requires the ability to receive. Partnership isn't about dependence, it's about interdependence. That is the healthiest form right there. Interdependence means you can take care of yourself and let others take care of you. You can contribute to the relationship and receive from it. You maintain your independence and create connection. You're strong on your own and stronger together. Receiving is essential for partnership. It allows others to feel needed, and men especially love this. When you can gracefully receive help, support, or care, you give others the gift of being able to contribute to your life. This creates emotional intimacy. Vulnerability and receiving are what create deep connection between people. It also balances the energy exchange. Healthy relationships require both giving and receiving from both people. It honors different strengths. Maybe you're great at emotional support and they're great at practical help. Receiving allows you to benefit from their strengths, not just your own. The women I know in the healthiest relationships are incredibly capable women, and they can receive love, support, and care without feeling like it diminishes their strength. They're actually able to balance those two human needs we have for connection and separation. What we need is balanced autonomy, the ability to be both independent and interdependent, depending on what the situation calls for. Balanced autonomy looks like being financially able to take care of yourself, but open to being treated or provided for. Having your own interests, but also enjoying shared activities. Making your own decisions, but also considering your partner's input and actually seeking it and taking it. Being emotionally self sufficient, but also sharing your feelings and needs. Being vulnerable. Knowing yourself enough to know how to handle your problems, but also accepting help when it's offered and even seeking it. In dating, this might look like being able to pay for your own dinner, but graciously allowing him to pay. Having your own transportation, but accepting a ride when offered. Being capable of fixing things yourself, but appreciating when he steps up and wants to help. Having your own social life, but also enjoying time together. In relationships, this might look like maintaining your goals while also building something together. Having your own friends while also developing couple friendships, managing your own emotions while also seeking support and reaching out in a vulnerable way to your partner. Being open to various roles, financial and other, in the relationship, and being okay with them shifting over time. Here's the nuanced message I want women to hear. Be independent enough that you're choosing relationships from a place of strength, not desperation. But don't be so hyper independent that you can't receive the love and support that healthy relationships offer. Your independence should be a foundation, not a wall. It should give you the confidence to be vulnerable, not the armor to avoid vulnerability. The goal isn't to need no one, it's to choose wisely who you allow to support you. Some of the strongest women I know can handle anything that life throws at them, and they have people in their lives who love supporting them. They're not strong because they do everything alone. They're strong because they built a life and relationships that support their strength. I understand why some women embrace hyper independence. Many have been hurt by people they depended on. Many have learned that relying on others feels dangerous. They've been abandoned or rejected. But here's what I want you to consider: the goal isn't to never be hurt again. The goal is to develop the discernment to choose trustworthy people and the resilience to handle disappointment when it happens. Hyper independence doesn't protect you from pain, it just guarantees loneliness. True strength isn't about never needing anyone. True strength is about being secure enough in yourself to let the right people care for you. Strength includes support. I need you to hear this. You can be an independent woman who also enjoys being cared for. You can be capable and also receptive. You can be strong and also soft. The most powerful women have learned to integrate both. They're independent enough to choose wisely and open enough to receive deeply. Make sure you hit subscribe for day 48, where I'm sharing snippets of my feminine journey, personal moments from my own path to integrating independence and femininity. Tell me in the comments, how do you balance independence with the ability to receive support? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.